Well, I think they all understand that they really do depend on the U.S. Netanyahu understands that. I think even Smotrich and Ben Gvir and all those people understand it. But they have, I guess it's a big part of it is this hubris. They've had this unconditional support for decades, and they've come to see it as just sort of an immovable fact. It's just like the U.S. will always do what we tell to do. I think that they've started thinking that way, just reflexive. There used to be a caution, like, okay, we can't really overstep our boundaries. We can't be too obvious, whatever. We got to be careful in the kind of rhetoric we use. That was the older Israel. They did terrible things, but they were cautious about it. They understood that they needed to protect and improve or repair their own image. But now that's all gone since October 7th. There has just been this growing recklessness on the part of the Israelis. It just seems like they've thrown caution to the winds. They don't care. They don't try to hide anything. They lie openly about the starvation, but they don't really even work all that hard at it. And I think you can only explain it by a kind of extraordinary hubris and a sense of entitlement. And it's just like there's just this, and I think it's just a product of, again, decades of this unconditional support. There are many times in the past where they felt like we got to be careful, we might lose the Americans, but the Americans, no matter what, always supported them. And I think that's led, in good part, that explains why they're behaving the way they are now.